So in Tonga, there's a lot to eat, just like anywhere else in the world, hopefully. But a lot of the food that they eat is really a lot of farm food. Um, they eat what is called taro, or they have manioke, which is tapioca. They also have sweet potato. They also have a whole bunch of other like potato-like starch-like foods that they eat from. Um, they also eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Um, it's crazy. They like to eat a lot of food that is just really healthy, and the food that really isn't healthy is it's really expensive. like I don't know, just eating pizza is like it's really expensive to have cheese out in Tonga. It's not something you eat often in Tonga's cheese. So pizza would be like $55 just for a large box. And yeah, um, but going back to some of the foods, like on Sunday, um, we eat a dish and it's called lu. Um, but lu usually comes with meat, and they put the meat inside and they put coconut milk, and it's encased. And lu is a taro leaf. It's almost like spinach. So they have like a whole bunch of this lu, and then they put the meat inside, and then they have coconut milk covered in it. They wrap it up, and then they just throw it into the underground oven. And so usually you use banana leaves to protect it and keep it heated, but that it won't go everywhere. Um, that's actually really good. You get used to that. They eat a lot of fish. Depending on where you serve, they eat a lot of fish. Um, I don't know any of the names of the fish in English, but they have all the names in Tongan. I've gotten lucky and caught some of them that they have like the parrotfish, and they have another fish. It's called ume. It's really flat. You eat it raw, cooked. And so we were lucky enough to eat fish like that. A lot of people like eating the fish raw. It's almost like sushi, but without the rice. And so they cut up the fish. Uh, they'll usually like squeeze lemons and different kinds of citrus stuff over it. They'll have chopped up like chili, peppers, things like that, and then cover it in coconut milk. Coconut milk works with everything almost in Tonga. What other foods do they have? Um, they like to boil a lot of the starchy food that they have. They like to boil it, and then when it's almost cooked, then they throw more coconut oil on it, and it just makes it more flavorful instead of just being like just potatoes or something. So they always like adding flavors to that, and one of their biggest flavor that they use out there is just coconut milk. Um, One of the favorite things I used to love making in Tonga a lot, because I'd ask a lot of the families to make, is called otai, and that's actually they use um, they use the coconut shavings, and then you also could either use watermelon or like mango, and it's a drink. And so what you do is, if we were to do the mango, you just scrape up the mango and use like a cheese grater, but you would grate all the mango and have it into little pieces and everything, and put that aside. You'd have a whole bunch of mango, but it's already shaved up, and so you put that to the side, and then you have to go and get the old coconuts that have the big thick white meat in it, and then you can also shave that. And then once you get the coconut milk out of it by squeezing it apart, you use the old, like almost everything out of that coconut is used, even the thick shell outside of the coconut, and you get a husk from it, and then you actually rip that husk apart, and it becomes almost like a loose towel for the coconut. And so you use the husk actually to scoop back the coconut and then squeeze the milk out of it. Yeah, so you can either use that, or you can just go with the old like a towel rag, a clean towel rag, and then you just grab it and squeeze it out. But back in the days, people use that husk too. And if you don't have a towel, so you use the husk. Um, After that, you put the coconut milk with the mango, and then you add water and sugar to it. and it becomes a real good drink. You also do watermelon too. But yeah, that's what I remember about eating in Tonga. Just a lot of loo, the fish, also roasted pigs. You get a lot of the roasted pigs. I got to learn how to cut the intestines out and prepare the pig. You actually shave it, or you can burn all the hairs off to make sure it's clean, and then you wash it down, and then you can rotisserie it. One of the craziest things I ate in Tonga was actually dog. We ate a lot of dogs in Tonga. It was weird, like I come to Tonga and I'm like, oh, you guys really do eat dog? And they're like, yeah, it's really good. My experience with dog is it's like the roast beef kind of meat. And once it's pretty graphic, but once the head is off and the legs are cut off, it looks like you're eating another pig or animal or something. And so the difference with dog is you never roast it. You actually cook it in the underground oven. And the reason for that is that you don't want to eat any dog that's uncooked. And so they'll keep it in the underground oven, which is really hot, but they'll keep it down there for about 3 hours. And so dog was pretty much one of my top list of eating. Dog, shark. I also ate turtles. Turtles were pretty good. Ate it with curry. One of the things I didn't get to eat, but it's only because it's not available on all of the islands, is it's called olfato. I don't know if you ever seen Lion King, but they have like the grubs, the bugs. They're like big sized maggots. I don't know, but they eat out of wood, out of hollow wood, and so those they actually eat in a certain island. But I had a couple of companions who got to eat the olfato, and that's really gross. But yeah, they fry it or they eat it raw while it's still moving. And yeah,